Hi, so the other day I was thinking about how sort of feminism is looked down on, even though it really doesn't deserve it. And it's an interesting thing because feminism seems to have become a bad word. And there are people who would previously have associated as, or identified, I suppose, as a feminist, who are now using other terms. Humanist seems to be the kind of go-to alternative. But really, should we have a new name for something that already has a pretty decent name? Although ground has been definitely made in the pursuit of equality, and certainly women are, whatever still has left to go, women are still seen more equal than they used to be, so that's good. And I totally appreciate humanist as a term, because it does seem now that the fight is more for every human to be recognised and acknowledged as a valuable human being. That's fine. But I don't think it should be the fact that feminism is now associated not only with the previous sort of negative image of, this man-hating bulldyke, as representative of all feminists, but now, like I mentioned in a previous video, social justice warriors, seen as fedora-wearing neckbeards, although technically people keep calling it a fedora, but it's more often a trilby. Hat nomenclature lessons. But why these people are seen as the average or the general representation is beyond me. It's not a representation. I do not consider myself a bulldyke or a fedora-wearing neckbeard kind of person. One of them I'm pretty much totally excluded from, thanks to my lack of a beard. But it shouldn't be that it's a bad term. I can't remember who the quote was attributed to, but I did see it recently on Tim's feed, who has obviously contributed so much to this show, and this one's kind of like a surreptitious submission, really. But someone, it's going to be paraphrased as well, I'm very sorry, but, saying, I don't know what feminism is. People seem to refer to me as such when I respond with anything other than being a doormat. And that's it. This is quite an old quote, I believe, and it seems to be that everyone has always had that opinion. It's always been the case. If you look back at the pictures of suffragettes, like the cartoons that were done in the early 20th century, they were all kind of, olive oil looking kind of creatures, really. They were not considered to be attractive, and that was the idea, that they can't get a man, so they're going to fight them. And it's, as I say, everything is propaganda. I've kind of mentioned that before as well. And I think with feminism, it needs to stop being treated like a swear word. If you want to say that you are a feminist, stand up and say you're a feminist. If you want to say that you're a humanist, stand up and say you're a humanist, if you prefer that term. But don't be scared of using feminist as an identifier. There's nothing wrong with it. And, it doesn't matter what other people think it means. If you're out there pushing the positive message of it, where you're fighting for everyone to be treated equally, that's a good thing. So, there's no need to be scared of being a feminist. It's perfectly fine, and who wants to be a doormat? So until next time, take care.